All right, so this is Ken C6Z. He actually lives down in Tucson and brought it up to us. So he bought this car with an ANA kit already done. Found out actually it was done by a shop in Illinois, I think 2018 or something like that. And brought it down to Tucson, or where he lives, and then had it retuned there. I think maybe because he didn't know all the details on it, which is totally understandable. Did that. He's done a bunch of really nice cosmetic things, and he reached out to us because he wanted to fix the heads. And while we're doing that, fix the heads, he ended up deciding wanting to do a cam. He did our aux fuel system, all that kind of stuff. So let me run through this car. It's absolutely beautiful. So he wanted to make sure it had a cam in it that really sounded awesome, and so he just decided to go with our Alpha Cam. We do one that is like really perfect for boost, where you're trying to squeeze every tiny little bit out of it, you know, down low, middle, up top even. But it's a little bit on the smaller side and doesn't chop as hard, and the Alpha works perfectly fine and it still drives great and makes just a boatload of power. So that kind of fits the bill for him. So here's under the hood. I don't know if he did the heat wrap or whatever, but it came in like that. And so everything we did, heads, cam, already had the headers on it. And then he wanted some billet fuel rails, kind of dress it up a little bit. So we did the 4 rails. Already had a Mighty Mouse catch can on it, which is great. It's the same one we use. It is a TI head unit. We did notice originally it didn't have the 2-bar map sensor, which, I don't know, not that big of a deal, but it does make it really nice so the PCM can accurately see boost. One fun thing, the injectors, the data that was in there didn't match anything that ANA has given out in the past couple years, and they use fuel injector connection. And what is awesome about ANA is we gave them the serial number off the blower, and Josh over there was able to tell me exactly, hey, this is when we sold them. This is, they gave me 2 part numbers of what they could have been based off of what they sold at that time, and we were able to put in the right data, and it really makes a world of difference as far as how things will idle, drive, all that kind of stuff. So it is something that a lot of people just miss, and they kind of fumble it through to make it run, but it's not right. And the big one we see a lot is, especially on ID injectors, how people just don't input the data correctly, and the company literally gives you a copy paste table you can put. So works out pretty well. It does have an Innovators West 10% overdriven lower, so we can get a little bit more blower RPM out of it without stepping down on the upper. It is a TI head unit, if I didn't say that already. Let me show you what this thing made and what it baselined. Okay. Okay. So it baselined 535 wheel, 512 torque, and now 695 wheel and 669 torque. So there's your before and after. Keep in mind 91, so you know, we've got to keep it pretty conservative as far as timing up top. It makes right at about 7 pounds of boost in the upper RPMs as well. But I mean, it's literally up everywhere. So this thing's a ton of fun on the street. Should be an absolute hoot for him. And then I will fire it up. A lot of you guys have heard the Alpha, so there's nothing new there, but exhaust wise, he does have the factory NPP, which is honestly my favorite, because when it's closed, it doesn't drone at all. So next I will stitch in the dyno video, and so you guys have all that. Wait till I put up the video too of this thing. That's a 3,500 mile WS6. It's unbelievable. Ken, thanks man, I appreciate you.